Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna cut some trees down around where the cabin's gonna be. But the first thing we gotta do is, we got to play chicken. Look at there. So he is really enjoying the gifts and the playing toys in the morning before we start work. This is something he looks forward to. I put this in the bucket and drove down here and I thought he's gonna have a fit. This is his favorite thing, is this chicken. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get it over all the way to the cabin. Huh? You gotta back up. Back up. Look over there. Oh, almost. If you hadn't hit that limb. You wanna do it again? He just wanted it. He just wanted his chicken. He didn't want to play. Gizmo, we're gonna go talk about what we're gonna do today. Don't mess with the chicken. Today we're gonna take down a few trees that are going to be a risk to the cabin. We want the cabin to feel nestled in the woods, but if one of those trees, we don't want to wake up with one in the bed with us. So a few of these trees that are going to be really close to the cabin, we're going to cut them down. Plus we're digging this cabin pad further back into this hillside, and then we're going to make diversions for water above it. And so several of these trees have got to go right here. I think we might, this is a white oak right here. I love white oak. I don't know if we can dig this up and save it and move it. We were talking about trying to actually save this tree. We're not going to do it today, so anybody that has any ideas about moving a tree this size, I was thinking about digging out way around it and then digging down deep, like 8 foot around it, and picking up the whole root ball and carrying it to the front of the property. So anybody's got any experience with that? I don't know if we have the assets to do it or not, but if we do, then we'll definitely try it. But if not, then the only thing I could think of is doing that, dig a bigger hole, and then take the crane truck and come back here and pick it straight up out of the hole.
Probably too much trouble.
Probably too much trouble. Yeah, you're right. All right, this ain't gonna get done unless we do it. So all those trees over there, bam, 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 bam. So we'll probably just start with this big black, I think it's I can't tell if it's a black oak or, that's a red oak. Yes, it's a red oak. So we'll take this red oak down first. All right, I want to talk about this tree and what we did and how we laid it down where we wanted it. It actually went exactly where I wanted. If you guys are watching our channel, you know in the past I'm not being as safe as I possibly could, and I'm very inexperienced. I've just cut, you know, I have a basic cut that I use. Well, over the past couple of years, I've really done a lot of learning, and you guys have rebuked me on my safety stuff that I've done wrong and told me, hey, this could happen if you cut the tree this way. So let me tell you how I cut this and why I cut it this way. So the tree had a natural lean basically going up this road, and it really wanted to go. It's a pretty sizable lean. So what I ended up doing was I cut my face cut aimed the direction that I want it to. Actually, I cut it more like right here, but I wanted it to go this way. So I cut my face cut And then I come back and cut the very front of the log over to the left side, so that when the tree started rotating over, it would it wouldn't have anything to set on the left side and fall this way. And that's exactly what it did. And because it already had a lean to this direction, I didn't even have to put a wedge on it. It just fell right out. It pulled just so pretty. On the actual log side, it has a lot of the leftover strands. So mostly, this was pretty much the most perfect tree I've ever cut. I'm sure I've done some things wrong here even, but listen, I just want you to know, the comments, I'm listening. So what I'm gonna do now is come up to the very end, and I'm gonna start cutting this off in manageable pieces so we can come in with a tractor and grapple and carry it out to the front. We got a burn pile at the front. It's a pretty good ways out there, but I don't want to burn in the woods. So we're gonna try to carry as much stuff out as we can. We're gonna cut this red oak up into, probably start right here, cutting it up into usable sizes so we can cut on the little sawmill and the big sawmill. Right now, the big sawmill we don't have, but we have a track extension that came in, but I haven't put it on yet. So I'm gonna have to take these big logs around to our bigger sawmill so we'll be able to cut 10-foot boards. The small sawmill right now will only cut 8 foot. Once we get the extension, I think it cuts 12, yeah, at that point. Anyway, we'll get some more details on that later. All right, I've talked enough. You guys want to see some sawing? Let's do it. All right, I feel like we got some positivity done here. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to cut one tree down, clean it up, and then cut the next tree down. This is what's going to take so long because, you know, otherwise we just end up with a big giant mess here that we couldn't handle. I ended up getting two pretty decent logs out of this. Is a really nice red oak. I guess that's probably going to be about 14, 15 inches on this end, probably 13 on the other. And then this one is not as good of quality because it's got some knots and stuff in it, but we'll be able to use this for decorative boards. We probably cut these up on the sawmill. I do have this smaller one that didn't quite make 8 foot long, and I'll probably just put that up about the new little sawmill, and we'll cut it up on that sawmill based upon. Right now, it'll only cut 96 inches long, and it's kind of hard to do that until we get the extension on it, but we got the extension at the house. We just got to get it done.
Come on, bring it over here. Let's get it out the way. Come on.
I think he's chickened out. Hot over. Mr. Careful. Alright, time for a second round of helmet head. Heat index is about 98. I am putting on my marriage longevity hearing aids. If you put these on, your marriage will last much longer. The look I got behind the camera. Actually, I got a little smile.